Inforwars came face-to-face with the occupation of America today. Jakari Jackson and Alex Jones have more.
Thanks, Leanne. Let me give the viewers out there just a little bit of background here. They've announced they're going to have the military, the feds, the state police running checkpoints all over Austin and drills in the next few weeks. And don't be alarmed. Now they're setting up random checkpoints that are totally unconstitutional on the highway, all because of the increased terror threats. And then Jakari, he's about to tell you the story, and we're about to show the video, wakes up at 5 this morning. There's a SWAT team raid. They're announcing stuff on loudspeakers. 20 minutes later, when it's over, he opens his door up, and they don't say, "Sir, please go back in your house," like cops would do in the past. No, it's Fallujah. It's military drill type occupation. You get in there, and then coming over and slamming the door. This is what it's like to live in Mexico or North Korea. Our police didn't act like this in the past, and I got to be honest, I'm glad that I wasn't there, because I've gone and confronted the Austin SWAT team before about some of their activities, as well as the Travis County SWAT team, when they've been at public events getting in my face over free speech. These guys need to go find the Taliban, well, I guess they're on the globalist payroll, and actually fight foreign enemies. See, a militarized police fights an enemy. Peace officers are there to help the people and follow the Constitution and are servants, not authorities or officials. And we see this everywhere now, where somebody says, well, officer, you need a warrant to search my car, and the cop punches you in the face or tasers you. They are being trained militarily that we are an occupied group. And it's outrageous. This is the type of stuff in the decade before 1776 that led to the Revolutionary War. This is the exact type of garbage going on. These guys think they're macho. They're fighting an enemy, the American people. They've got their fake drug war going on, when we all know the big banks and the CIA bring it all in, as their excuse then to traipse around in their black mask, which are there to cover their identities and for intimidation. It is truly disgusting. We've now joined Mexico and other countries in having secret police. Jakari, I'm just glad, so many cases now in a lot of places, they probably would have just killed you, like another Mr. Jackson a few weeks ago, and they just ruled, well, we shot him in the back for no reason when he was running. We're allowed to do that. I saw the
justifiable homicide.
Yeah, I just saw that. We'll talk about that at the end before we go back to Leanne, but tell the story before we go to this video. I mean, this got me so mad I had to come on the news tonight, and I drug you in here.
Yeah. So this is a situation. I live in southeast Austin. About 5:30 in the morning, I heard some loud bangs, bang, bang, bang.
Right by the office, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, not too far, just from here, just a little bit past that camera we're looking in. And I hear these loud bangs, and I jump up. I think somebody's trying to break into my apartment. You know, I jump up and I grab a shotgun out the closet. You know, my dog runs and hides in the corner, and I'm wondering, I'm like, what's going on? And then I hear some bang, like bang, 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 you know, different kind of bang. Because the first bang was like a bang on the door. The second bang, I believe it was a flash bang, but I'm not exactly sure. And so I'm like, what's going on? And then I hear, Austin Police Department, we have a warrant. You know, so it's the cops outside serving a warrant, as I find out, to somebody across the hall from me. So I'm like, okay, so I put the gun down and I go and search for a camera. I dig an old camera out of the closet because I didn't have my camera on me. And you can see in the video, I actually had my camera hooked up to the charger at the time because the battery was dead. And this is about 15 minutes, Alex. Keep in mind, this is about 15 minutes after they had originally arrived. You know, I'm thinking that they had secured the perimeter. They had all the suspects in place. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's safe to open the door. And as you can see in the video coming up, I opened the door, not even all the way, you know, not even halfway. And I'm just standing there with my camera, and the officer immediately turns around, close your door, get back inside. And I say, officer.
Very rudely. He doesn't say please. He talks to you with disdain and hatred.
Yeah, and this is after they secure the perimeter. And
By the way, police didn't act like this before. Notice, you know, they call us civilians too. They're civilians as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, we're the military, you're just a slave.
Mm-hmm. And so the officer's yelling at me, get back inside. I say, officer, I am inside my house. And then another guy, get back in your house. I'm like, sir, I'm inside of my home. Yeah.
Notice they didn't say sir to you.
Yeah.
Because they're God, you're nobody.
Yeah, they're authorities in their black ski mask and so forth. And you'll see one of the officers comes over and slams my door. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, why didn't you open the door again? Now, this is a police department that this week ruled that it's justifiable to shoot somebody in the back of the neck.
Who's done nothing?
Unarmed man in the back of the neck.
You went down and reported on it.
Oh, yeah.
Another Mr. Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Larry Eugene Jackson, Jr., He was shot after an incident with police at a bank. The man was unarmed, came across an officer. The officer commandeered a vehicle to catch this guy.
And he wasn't the bank robber.
He wasn't the bank robber.
It was a white guy.
Yeah, he didn't match the description at all. That's not even...
White guy robs the bank. Black guy comes by hours later, goes, I don't want to talk to you. Runs off. The cop, right in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And they said, hey.
Justifiable homicide.
Justifiable homicide. Well, now the state police, we've got the ladies coming on tomorrow, all over the place, actually just pull you over and put their hand in their...
Inside their bodies.
Both, and don't even change gloves, because we're animals.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white. We're in an occupied country. The banks are taking everyday homes that don't even owe money. They don't even have the deed. And they're taking houses. $85 billion is stolen a month by foreign banks. Folks, we're wide open. This country is occupied. And they've got the cops robot ready to do whatever they're told. Incredible. Jakari, I'm just glad that, that they didn't kill you right there.
I am too, Alex. You know, especially dealing with this department that we've had very little accountability. We've seen situations where they kill dogs, when they show up to the wrong residence and shoot somebody's dog. I was out at a protest last week and I saw these big, almost military-type vehicles that the SWAT team uses. I mean, it's a complete military occupation.
Oh, no, they bring those out to intimidate you.
Yeah.
Like, how dare you Americans try to come out and demonstrate about how many people we've shot in the back this month? We're just going to come out and menace you. It is incredible to see this going on. The good news is I know a lot of police and people that are starting to wake up, but we've talked about this enough. Let's go to this clip. This is unedited from the time he turns the camera on until they come and slam the door. And you look at that guy's eyes. I mean, even if they would have been paranoid and said, look, you know, this is a dangerous situation, there wasn't any of that. It was, you listen here, you scum, and then just, I mean, it is this attitude of, we're in charge, we're authorities, you're nobody. Let's go to that clip.
I am in my apartment, sir.
Go back inside right now.
I am inside. This is my door. I'm standing right inside my apartment. Sir, I'm inside my apartment. And Alex, that's exactly the type of tyranny that we warn about in this, you know, imagined tyranny police state, as some people like to call it. This is a very real deal. You know, you can just open your door and be shouted at. And, you know, for anybody who would say, you know, you're lucky you didn't get shot, maybe I'm lucky I didn't get shot, but that's the whole problem with this nation, that you can be shot for opening a door after they had already cleared the threat 15 minutes earlier.
You're absolutely right, Jakari. I want people to listen to me very carefully here on this, Jakari. This is so key. The real threat is the police state. The real threat is the out-of-control government. It's always been throughout history. America was founded on not allowing this type of activity to go on. We have troops quartered among us. That's what this is. We have an occupied nation of crazy-eyed killers who've been trained that the people are the enemy. We are now a nation of slaves to a great extent, and our dignity's been taken, and police did not act like this in the past because they were peace officers. There were still problems. Even the Wall Street Journal says police killing people's out of control and that they're militarized just a few weeks ago. In fact, we'll put that article up. This is serious, ladies and gentlemen, and it's being done by design. And the police are being told they can act like this on purpose. They're kicking the people out of there that want to be real peace officers. They've got a bunch of fake macho people that think we're the enemy. I'm not the enemy. I pay your salary. And I'm sick of it. You know, in closing, Jakari, before we go back to Leanne as she finishes up the news here, and her guest, look, my wife went to the marathon in Waco 2 weeks ago. They had youth. I haven't even played this video yet. It's on her iPhone. They had youth groups out there searching people and helping the police. And when my wife asked about it politely, she got yelled at. You don't ask questions in America of people in uniforms. I mean, this is worse than Mexico. This is worse than third world countries I've been to. I mean, they act more arrogant than Mexican police I've seen running checkpoints and that I've seen shaking people down. And then I try to go to the Kite Festival, and they've got National Guard there randomly searching people. Mm-hmm. And then I'm driving by a high school, and they've got Army out there, and helicopters, and drills. And they're saying the military is going to be occupying Austin the next few weeks with the feds. I mean, and they're doing drills everywhere. This is the rollout of martial law. People make excuses for what happened in places like Boston. Mm-hmm. Like, well, we lock half the city down, drag women out of their houses, point guns at everybody, beat people up. And then People say, well, that's okay, it kept us safe. They didn't act like this before, because in a free country, you don't do that, and Americans wouldn't put up with it. Before we go back to Leanne, anything else you think should be added here?
Just the way, you can look at this video and see the way the guy's looking at me, like I'm some enemy insurgent because I'm standing there with a camera at, 5:30 in the morning. And there are other people out there as well. People, maybe they're a little bit farther away and they weren't, in the direct area. But, many people are watching this, and had I had a better camera angle, I probably would have looked through a window or something like that. But, this is what goes on. You can't even open the door to your own apartment.
Well, if they would have shot you, the police chief would go, well, they felt threatened because they're better than us.
Yeah.
Why did they sign up to be cops then? If they're so scared, they pull people over every week. I see articles, and the person gets out with nothing. Oh, I thought they had a gun, so I shot them. Mm-hmm. So they're just all walking around like Barney Fife on steroids at the OK Corral, and we're all just being killed in the crossfire. I mean, this is a serious, serious issue. Well, we'll have more on this as it unfolds, and more as Austinites send us footage of the occupation of our city, the conditioning we're under. Jakari, I'm glad you didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
And you had courage doing that here in this occupied country. Now back to Leanne McAdoo in the main studio.
Wow, guys, that was some shocking footage. It feels like we are living in a different kind of America. Jakari, I'm glad that you didn't actually go outside your door, because they probably would have kicked your teeth in. That is the perfect example of how deep corruption runs in this country. The police and politicians are supposed to be public servants, but instead they're running around like they're above the law.
I had tried everything. I'd cut back the amount of food I was eating. I was lifting weights and jogging, but nothing was working. My body was literally starving for minerals and trace elements as well as key vitamins. And as soon as I had that, I immediately could eat half of what I was eating previously and be satisfied. Now, there are hundreds of great products at InfoWarsTeam.com, but I want to point out the 3 that have helped me lose 37 pounds in just 2 months. Products like Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Pollen Burst, and Rebound. When I started taking the Tangy Tangerine and other products every day, I lost more than 37 pounds in just 2 months. Now that's results. I want to challenge my listeners to go to InfoWarsTeam.com and to order just 3 of their products, and you will see the changes in the way you look, feel, and in your appetite almost immediately. Start your journey to health and wellness today. InfoWarsTeam.com.
What up, everybody? I'm King JB, your host for the night. As you know, King JB Uncensored. Now, you just saw the video, and you guys hear me talk about the police state and martial law all the damn time, and this is just another example. As you can see, the Inforwars report. It don't even matter. It doesn't even matter that it's Inforwars reporters. But this dude opened his door just to see what the hell all this noise was outside. They told him to get inside. He said, "Shit, I am in my house. What the hell are you talking about?" And then they come over there and slam the door. See, right then is when I would have got shot. Because I couldn't have took it. What the fuck? How you going to touch my motherfucking door? You see what I'm saying? I don't understand how us as a society allows this. These people work for us. The police are civil servants here for us. And we let them treat us like scum. We let them treat us like they're better than us, and they're not. They're simply just that dumbass little nerds. Seriously, and I hate to say that. I don't mean nerd as in smart. I mean nerd as in couldn't get no pussy, couldn't get no friends. They're just somebody that got picked on, man. I swear to God to this too. And now they feel like I'm going to take this gun and this badge and I'm going to nail all the people who called me a scrub or little or a pussy. And I genuinely think that's what they're doing. And then they're feeling like they're part of a big team. I'm so weak I can't be Michael Jordan, but I feel like I'm still part of a big team because we got these cool little uniforms and outfits and we look so cute in our little outfits. That's gay as shit. I'm tired of you fucking policemen and the way y'all act. That man was inside of his home. You had no right to go touch his property. This isn't martial law, dickheads. People don't have to stay in their house. And I'm tired of y'all police acting like you have the authority to tell us to. Because you don't. You don't have the right to make us stay in our house. We're not on house arrest, you dumbass. You there serving a warrant or whatever the fuck you're doing, but that ain't got nothing to do with over here in my place. Do you understand what I'm saying? What the hell has that got to do with me? Now, if you was in the middle of a shootout, I would understand. But you weren't. And why do you pussy-ass cops wear all them damn masks when you're going to do this shit? You think hiding your face is going to keep you safe, pussies? It's not. It's not at all. People genuinely know who the fuck you are. I don't understand all this shit. Why y'all all military? You know, y'all look like a fucking army out there. You're supposed to be state, you know, police. You're not supposed to be the military. This constant militarization of the police, man, that should tell all y'all we're in martial law. It's coming. We're at the police state. Alex Jones is fucking right. We are there. Big ups to Alex Jones. Go check out Police State 4, man. The Rise of FEMA. Shit is seriously. Go check him out. Inforwars.com. Alex Jones is, man, he's hit the nail on the head, man. These police, man, they think that it's so funny watching them out there trying to swell up. Don't look at me. You guys are fucking pathetic, man. I remember one time I got into it with a gun, with a cop. I had a gun, he had a gun. And we was talking shit, and I was surrendering, no problem. I was about to get in trouble. And I told him, and he was talking shit, and I said, you know, just put that badge down. You got a gun, I got a gun. Let's just see who's the best fucking shot. He didn't like that. But I'm like, you know, the only difference between you and me is you got this stupid fucking little badge and this goofy-ass clown outfit. And I pay you. You don't pay me. Do you see what I'm saying? My taxes pay you. Your taxes don't pay me. I'm just getting sick and tired of these police, man. And all this damn, it's constant. I used to have sympathy. When it comes to me starting to fight against the New World Order and starting to fight against tyranny, I used to have sympathy for the military and the police and say, you know what? They're just following orders. They don't know what they're doing. We just got to wake them up. Not anymore. Them cocksuckers know what they're doing. They know what they're doing is against the Constitution. They know what they're doing is basically bullying all of society, all of America, because they got guns and a badge. That's why they want to take all of our guns. It's because they know someday motherfuckers is going to be tired of that bullying, and there may be a revolution in this bitch. And they don't want to see that. And so they want to take all of our guns so they can bully us even more. So we don't have a way to defend ourselves. Trust me, if these guns go, if they get their little gun control agenda, we're fucked. The police you see is getting worse and worse and worse and worse. What do you think is going to happen when they don't fear for anything? At least once in a while, one of them cocksuckers gets shot. So they got to worry a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They got to worry a little bit. They got to say, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I better not abuse this dude. He may pop the shit out of me. At least now, there's somewhat that fear. Then that may keep them somewhat in line. If we didn't have no way to defend ourselves, man, they wouldn't give a fuck. You see, the Constitution don't matter no more to them. I have no more sympathy for the police or military. If you stand alongside this New World Order and you fight with them, and you help them with their agenda, I have no respect, nor sympathy, nor love for you. I hope all of you motherfuckers choke in your sleep. Seriously. I'm not joking at all. So I advise all of you police and military to pick up a fucking Constitution and learn something. Stand for the oath that you originally made. Stand for that. Go check out Oath Keepers. That's what some of you police need to do. My sister her husband is a sheriff, and he's very much so into the Constitution, and he ain't taking nobody's guns and all that. A lot of these sheriffs out there know the shit, and they're not taking people's guns. That's what happened to Nick Finch down here in Florida. He stayed true to his oath, and now he's in trouble. Because that's what the global elite, that's what all these fucking bankers, that's what everybody wants to do. They want to take any way we have at defending ourselves away so they can maintain complete control. Fuck that. Fuck all of it. So basically, I just wanted to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Jakari Jackson from Inforwars. I hope everything's all right. You know what I'm saying? He probably did the right thing because he is a black man by going back inside, because they may have shot that motherfucker and said he was aggressive. You know how these police are. So big ups to Jakari Jackson. Glad he's okay. Glad he got the video. But it's a shame this shit keeps happening. When are we going to stand up? When are we going to stand up and say, fuck this martial law, fuck your police state, fuck you? When are we, as a people, going to do it? I can only do so much. I do the radio show. I try to spread the message out there. But until shit's organized, nobody can do anything. But there's still so many people asleep, walking around here as sheep, thinking that this is all for our protection. Like Ben Franklin says, if we give up our liberty for security, in the end we'll have neither. I'm your host, King JB, for King JB Uncensored. Hit me up on Twitter at official King JB. I'm out of here. Holla at y'all soon.